Hey, good afternoon, everyone at the Boulder Hole. This is Jack. Just wanted to do a short video. We just got in this week's White Dwarf. It goes on sale this weekend. It's a January White Dwarf. So I already ripped open the top, but I haven't actually pawed into it yet because this is my favorite thing to do, new White Dwarfs. But there's a poster. So hopefully, I love posters. I've been saving White Dwarf posters since forever, and now I've been putting them on the walls of the Boulder Hole. So this is a gigantic poster. Looks like some Crimson Fists. Actually, never mind. I assumed Crimson Fists, but it's Ultramarines, and Guard and Admech fighting against orcs. Which is super cool. And there's this cool Warzone Vigilus backing of it. So I'll probably put this on the wall fairly soon because I have a couple posters out there in the shop that are they're in a frame that's way too big. So I'm going to probably put this one up pretty soon. Now, let's take a look. So look at this next month. Look at this next month. The tome, Celestial Hammerhands. Looks like we're getting some Stormcast reinforcements next month. Wow. Oh my gosh. How come nobody's talking about this? Whoa, I can't even believe it. This thing is the tome Celestial, the Hammerhands. Look at that. Doesn't look like there are any new models. But I wonder if this is I wonder what this means, honestly. It's fabulous. Okay. So brand new beginning. This White Dwarf is apparently it's a totally new style. It's a totally new style with a contents page. Wow, that's so cool. A lot more yellowish. It looks like there's a lot of new colors in here. Contact. The mail-in bag is like right off the bat. Readers models right away. That's cool. That's really cool. And then some Phil Kelly. I mean, who doesn't love them? Some Phil Kelly commentary. Wow. Oh, this is a great look at the fierceness of this article. And now we have a section. It's a Warhammer Sigmar, Age of Sigmar section, just dedicated to the Age of Sigmar. A little Deadly Venture short story. Some fiction. I love the Argonauts, the Caratron Overlords. I love those models. I'd love to do an army of them, but what I'd really like to do more than anything else is take like 5 of the ships and make some super gigantic airship, and not to ever put on a tabletop, but to use as the tabletop, like people are fighting over it. I would love to do that. That would be one of my all-time favorite things to do. So, wow, this is great. And then there's a couple battle plans. What is this? This is Blood on the Streets. It's an update to Skirmish. Blood on the Streets, the update to Skirmish. Wow, love it. Skirmish is a great way to get into Age of Sigmar. They have a few battle plans for it. It's, you use a handful of models. You can practice, figure out what armies you like and how they work. It has a cool warband roster you can copy, and then gives you some, the standard ad. Hey, this is what you can buy and why. And then you have some Realm of Fire stuff. It's interesting they're talking about the Realm of Fire because I hear they were talking on the podcast, the new fantasy podcast, about the Realm of Fire, and they have a section in here about converting your heroes, which is beautiful. I love. You don't see a ton of this outside of the Blanche articles, because I don't know why, but now it seems like there's a lot more dedicated to that. I do not think that the Games Workshop is downplaying conversions. I think it's easier to convert than it's ever been. I do think that model kits kind of go together in a certain way, and you just have to get them together and cut them apart kind of in an easier way than you used to do with old metals. Like I remember converting old metal orcs into characters or into 100 other things, tank busters, for instance, and pinning these heavy metal guns onto plastic bodies, just crazy. Just some cool painting, like just weaved seamlessly into this article is this painting guide, right, for different models, just super cool. Then we have a Night Vault section. We talk about some Night Vault glory points. And they have labeled all of the different, they've named all of the different mirrored cities boards, which is cool. We actually have a Warhammer Underworlds Sunday coming up just for fun. And so my hope is that I will, by that time, have enough boards for like 10 different games to be happening at once, or a couple, there are other people that have their own boards. Typically, if you're playing Underworlds, you have a board, but the store has a bunch of boards too. And then you have some Kroot kill teams. Okay, Mercenaries for Hire, Kroot kill teams. Wow, beautiful. So, looks like we have some new rules here. So Kroot, right? So, data sheets and weapons profiles for carnivores, Kroot hounds, and Kroot hawks, plus missions, quirks, evolutionary paths, and a name generator, right? That's awesome. So we have you can have a Kroot carnivore. So he can be a leader, combat, scout, sniper, veteran, or zealot. The Kroot hound, which has a special rule, voracious predator. And then you have a Kroot hawks rider, which is like basically a big old heavy weapon. So there's some weapons. So there's a Kroot rifle, a Kroot gun, ripping fangs, fists for the Kroot hawks. The hound, so a Kroot, like a basic Kroot, is 6 points without war gear. The hound is the same, and then the rider is 27. Now your alien auxiliaries, so you can add these. You can choose them to have the Tau Empire faction keyword instead of Kroot faction keyword. So it looks like you might be able to add them in with your Tau. That's freaking cool. Wow. So that for kill team, that really does give you some humph to get in there. That's awesome. And then you have some awesome art for Blackstone Fortress exploration. I love this. No, but not just, so it's some pretty cool stuff going on. Oh man, look, I'm probably, I don't know if I can really, I don't know if I'm really sure, because this magazine isn't out until like Saturday. I'm not sure if I can really be showing all the pages and stuff. I'm showing a few. I'm not really sure of the rules regarding that, but I don't know. But I'm going to show a few. So here are some awesome, they're just some beautiful painted, the pinnacle of painting. They have an entire article. Darren Latham, I think he was on the show, on the Silly podcast a couple episodes ago. Oh, there's some beautiful conversions in here, some cool painting. And then Golden Demons. Oh man, what people can do with their Golden Demon entry is amazing. You can hear people giggling back there. And I guess some Lord of the Rings and some heavy metal challenges. Yeah, we just finished our Blackstone Fortress painting competition. Dylan won. Congratulations, Dylan. We have some. Now we're into the 40K section. So let's talk about, just before I get into the 40K section. So we had the welcome section, the contact, the reader stuff, the Age of Sigmar. Then we moved into Night Vault, Kill Team, Blackstone Fortress art, a bunch of painting, and now we're into Warhammer, the Warhammer 40,000 section. So Herald of Doom is fiction. Looks like the fiction is focused on Vigilus and the Gene Stealer cult. And then, maybe looks like it actually is going to be including the Chaos as well. Echoes from the Warp is about rules, about all the different rules and various things. Talking about data sheets. Index Astartes, which is focused on the Crimson Fists, right? Sons of Dorn, Pedro, Battle at Trader's Gate. Wow, some pretty cool stuff. And then you get some Codex supplement, Crimson Fist, Stratagems, Chapter Relics. So Codex Space Marines contains a number of rules that apply to Space Marine detachments. Among those are Chapter Tactics, Abilities, Stratagems, Relics, and Warlord traits, some unique. So successor chapters of Imperial Fist, they feel they warrant a set of bespoke rules to better reflect their background. So abilities, Infantry, Biker, Dreadnought, any units other than Server gain the No Matter the Odds, which is add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made by this unit that target an enemy unit that contains twice as many models as their own. Ouch, that's going to hurt my orcs. And most of the models pictured in here, look to be of the Primaris variety. So, let's see, yeah, pretty cool. And then we have some painting, some how to paint Crimson Fists, cool stuff. And then your sales page, which is buy these things. And then Decapitation Strike looks to be a battle report. Oh yeah, on the city boards, which makes me really want to go out there and start painting my city table, which is something I'm going to be doing tonight on my hobby night. Is trying to get some more city painted. So we'll see. We also tonight at the shop have a Ticket to Ride. So we'll do a short demo of that. But that said, we are doing some painting at the shop, and these boards are just beautiful. So Army Battle, which is Dark Eldar, Knights, Dark Eldar versus Knights, Catechins, and a few Space Marine heroes. So pretty cool. And then we get to, so this is interesting. So, and then we end and we have some inside the studio stuff. So we have some cool painted models with the new Orca Trike boss. We have some armory stuff talking about the web gun. We end the day looking at some cool in the bunker stuff, box chatter, and that's it. And of course, the final, the next month looks like we're getting some extra stuff. I'm actually surprised we aren't not seeing grots in here, because we've already, unless I skipped by them, or I missed them, because Gloomspite grots are coming really, this week. So it's actually, did I skip right over? Maybe I did, but no, I don't see any. So, so there's nothing in here about the Gloomspite grots, which is very interesting, I would think. So, well, Sounds good to me. This month, so we have a bunch of stuff. I kind of am taken a little bit aback because we're not actually seeing the pages that we used to see that focused on, the upcoming releases, which is both good and bad, I suppose. It is much less like an advertisement and much more like an actual magazine again. I mean, it's been getting progressively better as White Dwarf forever, but that's a huge step. Hey, thanks for listening to me rant on and talk about today's White Dwarf. Available this weekend. Don't hesitate to send us a message or give us a call if you need anything down here at the Bolter Hole. If you have time to stop by, you want a hobby to assemble, paint some models. Hey, we'll be doing that. We might be putting that on the overhead video. So if you want to join us and do some happy hobbying, hey, we'll be happy to have you. Thank you so much for paying attention, for dropping by. I appreciate it. And let us know if there's anything you need. Happy New Year from the Bolter Hole.